Hello, thank you for watching today. I appreciate you, your time, and your support. In today's video, I want to share with you how to go about making fast money within GTA San Andreas. Should you have any questions at all, I encourage you to drop a comment down below. I'll do my best to assist you in the best possible direction. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring that bell for me, as I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. With that being said, let's get right on into this. It's very important to note that I did say fast money in GTA San Andreas. So the way that I go about doing that is just that. I do walk around and I do commit a bunch of crimes which are very violent, and I want to point that out early on in this video before we continue. On the map where you're going to want to go to is this boardwalk location right here. I feel like this is a great place to begin making fast money within GTA San Andreas. The idea is going to be to get a car or some guns or something to this extent, and then you're going to want to head down to this boardwalk area. And then from here, you could essentially run a bunch of people over, commit a bunch of crimes, you get the idea, get off, collect the money, and then repeat this process. For me personally, I want to get out the hood, and this is the best way that I can go about doing so within GTA San Andreas. The goal is to be able to buy a house by the end of this video. So that's what I want to be able to do. I need to be able to make enough money to be able to buy a house, and this is one of the ways that I'm going to go about making fast money. So you can see I am on a motorcycle right here. I probably should have thought this through and got a car, but it is what it is. So what I end up doing is I end up casing a few victims and seeing who would be the best victim. What I'm trying to do is optimize my chances of getting the most payout per victim here. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to take some time and I'm going to look at people, and then from there I'll go ahead and strike to see where I'm getting the most. I also want to do this away from a cop, so that way I don't stir up any trouble with the stars too quickly. However, this sort of action, this sort of conductivity within GTA San Andreas is bound to get us stars. It is to be expected. I did notice that there was a lot of runway in front of me, so I had an idea of just to pick up speed, and whatever I hit along the way is the way that it's going to play out. As you can see, I did hit a what seems to be a gang member here. The idea is to go get off and see what sort of payout I got for this action right here, and then from here decide if I feel it was worth it or not, and then kind of repeat this process. I do feel like it's very important to pick the victims correctly, so that way you get the most payout for the time and effort that you're putting in. You can see that I have some metal knuckles, and along the way we can pick up a click-clack as you see floating right here, then use that to our advantage to gain even more. There is some dollars here floating that I'm not sure if I go back and even pick up. However, you can see that this final payout right here seems to be not worth the time and effort. So now I know coming across these specific groups of people right here, I'm not going to go ahead and target them anymore. I'm going to look elsewhere for different targets that maybe pay out a little bit better. What I'm trying to do is maybe get 3, 5, 6, 700, maybe even 1,000 per person here, and that's the goal, so that way we don't have to spend too much time doing this. However, it may take some time. Repeat this process until you get where you want to be. One thing that I do encourage is to try different areas. You don't have to necessarily just do the boardwalk. You can do this anywhere throughout the map and then see where you get the best payouts. Drop in the comment section down below if you know any hotspots that pay out well doing this method right here. But you can see I'm kind of experimenting in the streets right here, and I'm kind of seeing what payouts I get. You can see though I did jump about $3,000 or so, give or take, from the previous clip. A good way to know about payouts and who pays out well is when you see this. So these are really good payouts right here. So this person specific right here, as you can see, had a lot of money on her and it jumped up almost about 1,000. I really didn't pay attention to the number, but it seemed to be a lot, or maybe even a few hundred. That's more than enough. So that is one specific person that you want to go for right there. And you can tell it is nighttime, so night and day do play a role. You can see here's another person. I believe this may be the pimp. So I don't believe the money was transferred from the lady over there to this gentleman here. However, you can see, and this looks to be a group of friends hanging out, and there looks to be a click-clack floating there. That seemed to pay out fairly well, about 70 to 100. I couldn't really tell, didn't pay attention to the numbers, but you get the idea. This is a repetitive process that I'm going to repeat until I get up out the hood. This is the hard road, this is what it has to be, and this is how I went about making fast money within GTA San Andreas. No, I'm not proud of it. I'm not happy about the choices that I've made along the way, but I gotta do what I gotta do. By the end of this video, I gotta get up out the hood and buy myself a house. If you pay attention, these ladies during the day don't really pay out too well. I believe the other gentleman may have had all the money collected already by this time. Moving front, let me show you some candidates that do pay out pretty well. In this clip right here, I start throwing smoke at this oncoming car, and you're going to notice that this guy got off of the car, and as I eliminated him, you're going to see that I collected, and that was actually a pretty good payout. In my theory, he was probably collecting and probably was going to proceed to collect more. So you get the idea. This is probably some of their typical daily behavior, so now we are knowing where to look. It seems like to me that the angry men are paying out better during the day while the nice ladies are paying out better during the night. And I tested that theory by simply taking out the same group at night, and it wasn't nearly as well of a payout. Well, at least I didn't notice it. You can see right here I actually backtracked a little bit and didn't gain as much as I did during the day. I did also notice that the groups do pay out a little bit differently, but it wasn't by far. You really have to get at the right time and day and the right victims in order to optimize this sort of approach. Here's a specific person that pays out really well. You can tell by their clothes. I kind of started profiling people, and I felt the more that their clothes would be worth, then the more they may have on them. And that theory sometimes proves to be true. As you can see, those two people look dressed up really nice, and they did carry a lot more money. There were some elderly people right here. They also carried more money. So I started thinking this way, and you can see the payout started increasing. So I do kind of feel like maybe where there's people that are dressed better in a nicer side of town within GTA San Andreas, you may get more payouts. Test the theory out on your end. Let me know in the comment section down below how it goes for you. This is where I currently am on the map. Another thing that I noticed that's almost a guaranteed good payout is this person right here within this gray sweater. They always seem to have a load of money in their pockets. So whenever you find that person with a gray sweater like that, whether they're driving on the street or walking, take them out and they typically will always drop a good payout. On top of that, you're going to see a couple of more decent payouts here. Here's an elderly woman. Keep in mind this is nighttime, along with another group right here, a group member, and I'm taking them out, and there was also another decent payout. So you can see it really doesn't matter if we're choosing our victims daytime or nighttime. I would say go for business looking people and dressed up people during the day, and then go for group members, go for the nice ladies and the gray hoodies at night. You're going to notice these people I just eliminated and the ones running around the corner are all kind of business attire here, and they are yielding pretty great payouts, which kind of proves true to the theories that I'm explaining here in the video. I'm not saying that this is how it works, but I am sharing my experiences. You're going to see around the corner there's more people over here, and this seemed to be a pretty darn good payout from that gentleman over there with the tuxedo. And that pretty much is the idea behind it. You kind of want to pinpoint your targets correctly, or as best as you can along the way. You may get most of them wrong, which is okay, but you're going to have a handful of good payouts. And the idea is to keep doing this enough to be able to collect enough money to get yourself up out the hood. You're going to notice in this area right here, there are a lot of business dressed people as well as group members, and you can see that these payouts are pretty big right here, and that is exactly what we want. We want to pay attention to the night and day and who our targets are. I would again recommend business people during the day as well as some group members depending on the area that you're at, and at nighttime stick to the nice ladies as well as the gray hoodies. Here are a last few good candidates that you may also want to look into. Here's some sort of tennis or track athlete. Here's a lady in a dress who also appears to pay out pretty well. Keep in mind this is during the day. And here is an athlete as well, another maybe tennis or track athlete in the distance that also paid out pretty well during the day. After all of the hard work that I've done, after the blood, sweat, and tears that I've shed for this new place, you can see I'm now pulling up to the new place that I'm going to buy within GTA San Andreas. This is a very bittersweet moment. Not only do I have enough to invest into my own place to get myself out of the hood, I also have enough to furnish along the way, maybe even buy myself some clothes. If I budget correctly, I should be good for the rest of the year. And that right there is how I got myself out of the hood. That is how I made fast money within GTA San Andreas. I can repeat this process as needed to get as much as I'd like. Should you have any questions at all, I encourage you to drop a comment down below, and I will do my best to assist you in the best possible direction. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring my bell, as I will be bringing more videos like this for you. With that being said, I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. You have a great day.